Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Vishnusahasranama. Stotra 28. Based on Discourses by Pujya Sri Bannanje Govidcharyas in Kannada. vṛṣāhī, vṛṣabhaḥ, viṣṇuḥ, vṛṣaparvā, vṛṣodaraḥ, vardhanaḥ, vardhamānaḥ, viviktaḥ, śrutisāgaraḥ. vṛṣāhī. Bhagwan, who is worshipped through the performance of righteous yajnas, that is sacrifices. The one who accepts these yajnas and fulfill our desires is known as vṛṣāhī. As mentioned earlier, there are three types of yajnas or sacrifices: yajna performed in the fire, yajna performed in the body, and yajna performed in the space within the head through meditation. In this way, the worship of Bhagwan is vṛṣaḥī. All the actions we perform, all the activities in our lives should be considered as yajnas. Sometimes reading scriptures can lead to ignorance, and performing yajnas and rituals can nurture wrong notions. Therefore, before reading any scriptures, we begin with the mantra Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, seeking peace. Bhagwan, who is the pinnacle of bliss and knowledge, guides us on the path of knowledge. He is the one who places us on the path of Jnana and Ananda, Sh plus Anti, that is the bliss of knowledge. In the same way, in every worship, we first offer the prayers to Lord Ganapati, because Lord Ganapati is the deity of the sky, and this sky is created from the navel of the Supreme Lord. That's why Lord Ganapati is the deity of our navel. Near our navel, there are three chakras: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipura. Above the navel, there is the Anahata chakra, situated in the Hrut-kamala, lotus of the hearts, where one should meditate. To access Hrut-kamala beyond the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraka chakras, one must open the gates of the navel. For this reason, we begin every worship with a prayer to Lord Ganapati. Before every yajna, we write Ganapati Mandala and first worship Lord Ganapati before we begin any yajna. Once Ganapati opens the doors of the navel, the Hrut-kamala opens automatically. This state is known as vṛṣāhī. God, as vṛṣāhī, will accept our worship and will bless us. The Hrut-kamala Nivasi is called vṛṣāhī. vṛṣabhaḥ. vṛṣabhaḥ means bull. It is a symbol of masculinity, standing strong without yielding to anything, facing adversaries head-on. This is a natural trait of masculinity. Generally, these qualities are not found in women. Gentleness, harmony, and surrender are the characteristic of a woman. For a woman, the relationship with her father in her childhood, husband in youth, and children in old age is essential. Therefore, the bull, which is a symbol of masculinity and a representation of creatures like lion and tigers, is often compared only to men. However, God is the greatest hero of all heroes. There is no one who can face him. Even the most accomplished man must surrender to death at some point. But God stands beyond all, supremely powerful in the world. There is no request he cannot fulfill. That is Lord vṛṣabhaḥ. viṣṇuḥ. The name Vishnu appears 3 times in the Vishnusahasranama, the 1,000 names of Vishnu as mentioned earlier. Vishnu means the one who can enter everywhere, signifying that he is omnipresent, the inner controller of all. He is the all-pervading and all-powerful Lord. In the Vishnu Sukta, it is stated, Idam Vishnurva chakrame tadhe nidadhe padam samooladyamasya. In the universe, whatever things exist and whatever is within us, all of us, it is contained within the Supreme Lord alone. He is the one God for Hindus, Muslims, and Christians alike. The distinction between Vaishnavism and Shaivism are human-made. The Supreme Lord is all-pervading, omnipresent, and all-powerful. It is impossible for there to be two supreme gods. The word sarva means all, implies that God can be called by any name, but the underlying meaning should be understood. This is exemplified in the life of the philosopher Madhvacharya. Once, while he was traveling in North India, he entered a Muslim king's territory without permission and was apprehended by the king's soldiers. When questioned by the king, Madhvacharya responded, "You worship your God, and I worship my God. But aren't we all children of the same God? In this case, we are brothers." The king was moved by this reply and allowed Madhvacharya to stay in his kingdom. This story illustrates the universality of the concept that despite different names and practices, there is one supreme God and we are all his children. The Vishnusahasranama conveys this profound message. When you carefully examine the hymns, you will find that there are no hymns without the letter Sha and Na. Vi, Sha and Nu means the God who is distinguished, Vi, all-pervading, Sha, and omnipotent, Nu. vṛṣaparvā. Vṛṣa means the power to grant desires, and Parva means the four stages of our life's goal. These four stages are dharma, righteousness, artha, prosperity, kama, desires, and moksha, liberation. If we follow the path of dharma, then God alone can fulfill all our desires. The path of adharma, righteousness, is temporary. Vyasa, the sage who compiled the Vedas, has said, "I have shown the path of dharma behind it. Artha, kama, and moksha follow on their own." In this way, the four stages of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha become the fulfiller of our desires, and God is vṛṣaparvā, vṛṣodaraḥ, God who bestows rain upon the earth in the form of clouds in the morning, transforming groundwater into clouds again, and continuously turning this cycle. The faultless and wish-fulfilling Lord is known as vṛṣodaraḥ. Vardhanaḥ. Vṛddhi means the one who nurtures and makes us grow, providing for this creation. The term vṛddhi also implies the one who ultimately causes destruction or the end, as growth ultimately leads to death. Crops, grains, and plants, after reaching maturity, ultimately meet their end. Growth serves its purpose in death. Therefore, death is a natural state. Vara plus dhana is equal to vardhanaḥ. The one from whom we attain the highest wealth, which is knowledge, is called vardhanaḥ. Here, the highest wealth means knowledge that increases when shared in the right way. The greatest wealth that can be attained on the right path is liberation, moksha. In this way, the Lord, who nurtures us, causes destruction, provides knowledge, and grants liberation, is known as vardhanaḥ. Vardhamānaḥ. Vardhamānaḥ means the one who is constantly growing or evolving. In this context, it doesn't mean the God is growing, but rather than he is eternally perfect and complete in all aspects throughout all time. Through his incarnation, he showed us how we should be at various stages of growth and development. He does not conform to any human standards or measurements of greatness or growth. Viviktaḥ. Viviktaḥ means extremely pure and unique. The personality of God is profoundly distinct. The God who creates the universe is devoid of any blemish or attachment, and also engages in the act of destruction without any contamination. In this way, God is both pure and unparalleled, possessing a unique personality. śrutisāgaraḥ, the Lord, who is the ultimate destination of all scriptures and the Vedas, is like the vast ocean. In this world, all languages and words describe him. Alongside sound, there is nada, resonance, called shruti. In nada, there are four basic elements: udatta, high pitch; anudatta, low pitch; svarita, musical; and prachaya, compound. Udatta is when one raises his voice from the throat. Anudatta is when one lowers the voice. Svarita is the combination of udatta and anudatta, and prachaya is when udatta and anudatta are merged simultaneously. These four basic elements form the foundation of sound. and with the addition of the 7 musical notes, they are used to praise the Lord. Changes in nada results in changes in meaning, and nada imparts meaning to the language. Since all nadas describe the Lord, He is the śrutisāgaraḥ, the ocean of sound. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat, Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.